Happy Mother's Day! We're reviewing my goals that I wrote on the back of business cards when I was in my 30s. People communicate in two ways, directly or indirectly. Interesting. I have forgotten about that one. Direct or indirect? Wow. I get to be called that I'm bipolar because I'm very direct. I say things like, I need sex! I need sex! Once you get started with sex, as my stepdad told me, it's very difficult to stop. It's almost like food. You gotta have it. However, no one teaches about it like that. They say, oh, it's called intimacy. Oh man, that almost sounds like you're combing your hair or brushing your teeth. It doesn't. I'm talking about magnetism, as far as like being attached, attracted to someone else. They look at you. Well, they used to look at me. If you're younger, wow, they look at you, and if you're a man and the girls look at you, wow, that's something. They notice you. That's a wonderful feeling. All right, supervise the children. Now that's something I always did. This is when we had the child care, but I still do that. Supervise the children. In fact, I get upset. I went to the YMCA swimming and I see this dad yanking the arm of a kid that's afraid of the water. I'm like, you're doing it all wrong, but I kept my mouth shut. The kid didn't go in. He was 6. He didn't want to go in. And because there were lifeguards and other parents, I'm sure the dad didn't throw him in. Otherwise, the dad would have thrown him in. I mean, you need to watch the dog whisperer, Cesar Milan. He trained this dog to get into the water. He brought food. And the dog ate the food, the little treats. Be of useful service. Be of useful service. As a human being on earth, oh, here's another one. God is organized. That is true. That's on the back of it. Be of useful service. It is good to be of service. In the words of Bicentennial Man in the movie, it is good to be of service. If you're of service, if people need you, then you will be compensated monetarily. You'll get money in your pocket. And that is wonderful. When you have money in your pocket, I remember there were some stairs to go to work, and the valet, he could always tell when the security guards got paid, or at least when I got paid. He said, I knew it was you. And I said, why? Oh, because they paid you yesterday, and so you're running up the stairs with $100. I mean, in my pocket I had $100, and I said, that is so true. And then the next day after, I'm going up the stairs, clunk, 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 clunk. And I said, I knew it was you. You gave your money to your mother-in-law, didn't you? Back then, this spouse used to send money to her mother-in-law, which is another argument, you know. But then I met the mother-in-law, 68 pounds. Oh my goodness. Some people just don't want to eat. That's the same as the people in Auschwitz. The people in Auschwitz, maybe they weighed 10 pounds less, but she was a skeleton at 68 pounds. She wouldn't eat. And her relatives would say, we bring food to her, but she just gives it to the dogs. That old lady was suffering from loneliness, but who isn't on planet Earth? And then she was taking care of this boy, right? That a 15-year-old girl got pregnant, left the baby. The baby's now 8 years old when I met him. And then a few years, when I met him, maybe 2 years later, that boy was taken from that old woman, my mother-in-law, this mother-in-law, because the one that lived in Honduras, because that boy didn't go to school. So the neighbor called somebody, and then they took the boy away from her, and then the old lady died. She was only 70 something, but I know she died because of loneliness. And finally this spouse says, well, 5 years later, she said, I should have listened to you. We should have gone back to Honduras. My mother would not have died so lonely. You can slow your death, I think, and you can make it go faster, taking risks. And even if you don't take risks, if you don't want to eat, you want to die. There was food, because this spouse is extremely responsible. I don't even know where she got the money from. I mean, of course I know. She used to rent a room in Miami. And so it was, 1, 2, and 3. 5 people in a maximum occupancy 4-person condo. These condos have rules, that you can only be, if it's a 1-bedroom, you can only have 2 people. And if it's a 2-bedroom, you can only have 4 people. Otherwise, you have to move out. I mean, the guy that sold it to us, he had 3 kids and his spouse. So that's why he had to move out. Oh, well. Enjoy your life.